In today's video, we're going to be talking about how the spot price of silver might fall into the $21 an ounce range, along with whether or not we're going to see a government shutdown and everything taking place in Germany right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver and how it might fall into the $21 an ounce range. It's only a couple of pennies away. We also have to talk about the likelihood of a government shutdown and everything that comes along with it. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Got the limited edition Christmas line out now, helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And make sure to also go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull. The link will be in the description. For every 3 friends you refer this entire month, you get a spin on the Webull wheel where you can win 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 10 free shares of Apple, each worth over $150. Webull link in the description. So today is Friday, December 3rd, 2021. The spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $22.34. It's down 2 cents, or down 0.09%. We're going to get into that later because it's actually come down quite a bit more. The spot price of gold is $17.7410. It's technically in the green. It's up $5.20, or up 0.29%. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 79 to now 80 to 1 range. But again, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So before we can even get into the money, into the silver, and into the gold, I think we have to first talk about the likelihood of us seeing a government shutdown. And I don't get political on my channel, and I'd appreciate it if you keep your political opinions to yourself. I personally do not care what your political opinions are, who you vote for, how you vote. None of that matters to me. Let's focus on the facts rather than focusing on being divided and easy to be conquered. But this government shutdown situation is one of 3 big factors that have been weighing on us and causing a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the markets right now, which lead to a lot of volatility. Number 1, fully passing the latest stimulus deal. 2, raising the debt ceiling so we don't default on our debt. And 3, extending the government budget to prevent a government shutdown. That's what I wanted to laser in on today. But before I do, I thought it was also worth mentioning what's going on in Germany right now. I'd like to make a whole separate video about this, going into further detail. But long story short, Germany is locking down big time with new types of restrictions in response to the latest variant of the sickness coming out of South Africa, which is called Omicron, which at the time of recording this video on December 3rd, 2021, the Omicron variant is appearing to spread much quicker, but potentially has far less severe symptoms. Now remember, this is still brand new. There isn't enough information on it yet, so I don't know if this is 100% accurate. We'll find out in time. This is just what I've been reading, but it's too early to make conclusive statements, although I'm personally unconcerned. But as for Germany, when it comes to caseloads, they're at all-time highs right now. And the latest surge is leading to a nearly tripling in cases from the previous all-time high. So in response, Germany is going into heavy lockdown mode with new restrictions such as limiting people to only see 2 people at a time if they don't live in the same household. Now, a lot of people believe that this right here could potentially be the foreshadowing of what's to happen here in the US. But if you look at our current caseloads, we're nowhere near an all-time high. And not only that, we've actually been seeing an overall downtrend, which is good news. Not to mention, 46 said just last month that we won't be going into another lockdown. Not that he's exactly a beacon of truth, but once again, I'm unconcerned. Anyway, though, speaking of 46 in the US, we also have to talk about the possibility of a government shutdown. So yesterday, the House passed the stopgap measure, and then last night, so did the Senate, surprisingly. Before this occurred, there was a deadline that could have led to the government shutting down today. But now passing the stopgap measure keeps the government funded through February 18th of 2022. But remember, we also have another deadline. We need to come to a decision on whether or not the debt ceiling will be raised by December 15th, which is less than 2 weeks away, by the way. Now, this is likely to be the most chaotic, and as I've been explaining in previous videos over the last month and a half, it's really a lose-lose scenario. If we raise the debt ceiling, the government will be accruing even more debt that us taxpayers will be expected to pay off, and we won't be able to because we can't even pay off our current debt. Imagine adding even more to it. But if we don't raise the debt ceiling, we would default on our national debt for the first time in history, which would do a couple of different things. Number one, it would delay things like Social Security and military benefits. That's obviously not good news. Two, it would essentially bankrupt us as a country. We would have gotten to a point where we have spent so much and borrowed so much, we no longer have the funds to ever be able to take care of the debt. And three, arguably the scariest, it would threaten the US dollar's reserve currency status because other countries would likely lose faith in our currency. Remember, most other countries trust our currency more than their own. This could completely destroy that. So all in all, this is a critical month with a lot on the table. I'm personally optimistic, but at the same time, it's important to stay realistic, hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. And one of the ways I'm preparing for the worst, at least when it comes to economic hardships, that is with some silver and some gold. So without any further ado, let's talk about the silver and gold. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the spot price of silver when I had first checked today was $22.34. At the time I'm actually recording right here, right now, the spot price of silver has fallen down to $22.02. That's right, it's down in the red. Another 35 cents. It's down 1.56%. A big red day for silver. And I gotta be honest with you, I could not possibly be happier about that. I love the red days. I've been explaining this for years. The lower the better. I want silver to fall so that I could get more. It's December of 2021. This month is going to be my 4-year stackiversary. I've been stacking silver for just about 4 years now, and guess what? 4 years is nothing in the grand scheme of things. I need, how about 14 years of stacking before I start even thinking about or hoping for the green days. I want to get the best bang for my buck. I want to get the most money for my currency. I want to get as much silver as I can possibly get my hands on right now. So it makes me so happy to see silver falling down. That means an asset, what I consider to be arguably the most undervalued asset in the world, is on sale, on a discount, which means I can get even more. Unfortunately, I'm not able to go full throttle this month. Don't worry, I made up for it last month, and I definitely plan on making up for it in January. But in the month of December, I won't be able to get as much silver as I would like to be able to get. I'll still be getting silver though, that's for sure. And I had noticed with silver being down today, it was also down yesterday. It's actually been down quite a bit this week. For the record, almost everything has been in the red this week. I mean, the stock market closed on Friday where everything across the board was down between 2 and 3%. Silver was definitely down. The market opened this week, everything was in the red. And guess what? Today, as I'm recording the video, the S&P 500 is still in the red, down 0.44%. The Dow Jones is in the red, down 0.08%. The Nasdaq is down 1.25%. We're seeing red across the board. I don't understand why anybody is singling out silver. Everything is down right now. Actually, technically gold is just a hair in the green, but that's besides the point. Everything, for the most part, is down right now. We're seeing red across the board. We're seeing everything sink, as we do periodically throughout the year, every year, forever. We've always seen that. There's always been volatility at different points in the year, especially when we have so much going on, like I explained in the first half of the video. Potential government shutdown, extending the government budget, raising the debt ceiling, inflation, that's another big one. We have a lot going on right now, and when there's economic uncertainty, that's when we see peak volatility in the markets. And I've noticed over the last couple of days where practically everything has been in the red, a couple people reach out to me and say, hey, when things are in the red, why is silver in the red? Or how is silver a hedge against inflation if it's down today? If it's down today? What difference does it make what silver's doing today? I've been explaining for how many years now? Just about 4. That I'm in precious metals for the long term. What silver does today, to me, irrelevant. I don't care what silver does today. I mean, I do care what silver does today because when it goes down, I get excited and I can get more. But in the grand scheme of things, it's irrelevant. The spot price today is not going to affect me 25 years from now. I'm not going to look back and be like, oh man, December 3rd of 2021 ruined my life. I'm not going to say anything like that. What silver's doing today is completely irrelevant when it comes to the long term. You can't focus on the short term. You got to pay attention to the short term. You can follow different trends. You can pay attention to what's going up, what's going down, where the most movement is, where the most volatility is, where the most stability is. And a lot of people look at gold, and that's where they find the most stability. So I personally believe, with everything going on right now, I think more and more and more people are probably going to continue selling off when it comes to their positions in the stock market. I think a lot of people are going to be liquidating, and I think a lot of people are going to be moving their value into gold. That's my honest expectation. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future. I don't know that to be 100% true. We haven't gotten there yet. But I personally believe a lot of people are going to be spending this month, December of 2021, little by little, selling off, little by little, liquidating, little by little, moving out of their current positions or other investments or other assets. And I think a lot of people are probably going to be putting their dollar bills into gold. Because if you noticed one thing, I showed a couple of different things on screen today. I showed how silver was in the red earlier this morning. I showed how silver is even further in the red at this specific point in time as I'm filming the video, that is, I showed how the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and a majority of individual stocks right now are all in the red, and you'll notice that gold is just a hair in the green. And guess what? Over the last couple of days or over the last week, that's pretty much been the trend. Again, short term, not representative of what's going to happen long term. Previous results do not guarantee future results. But look at the last couple of days. Everything's been in the red, and gold has just been a hair in the green this whole time. It hasn't been spiking. It hasn't been going through the roof. It hasn't been completely taking off, but it's just been a hair in the green, slightly in the green. Meanwhile, everything else is either slightly in the red or deep in the red. Which kind of solidifies my point, where gold is more stable. During times of economic hardships, during times of economic uncertainty, where this is going on, that's going on, somebody is threatening over here, or there's a possibility of a war going on over here, or this type of election's going on, or inflation's going on, printing's going on, stimulus, infrastructure bill, the list goes on. All of this economic uncertainty can really hammer down the markets. And you'll notice silver takes a much bigger hit than gold typically takes. And guess what? When the tables are turned, silver, when precious metals really start moving up, silver typically goes up way more than gold goes up. And that's because gold is much more stable. There's volatility, obviously, but it's the much more stable metal between the two, which is why so many people gravitate towards it during times of economic instability. People turn to gold just for a sense of stability during times of instability. That's what gold is used for. That's what gold has been used for a really long time. Silver as well, by the way, but silver is much more volatile, which is why I separate the two metals. Yeah, they're both precious metals. They're in the same basket, but two different categories within that basket. Silver, the much more volatile metal between the two, is what I consider to be the opportunity metal. I think there's more room to grow and perform over time. I think silver can have a far easier time doubling, tripling, even quadrupling in value than gold. I mean, look at the current spot price of both metals right now. Silver, about $22 an ounce, premium excluded, of course. For it to double in value, all it would need to do is go to $44, premium excluded. Has silver done that before? Yes, multiple times. Silver's gone to $44 an ounce. Silver's gone above that. Silver's gone to $50 an ounce before. So metaphorically speaking, if it happened yesterday, it can happen again tomorrow. I'm not guaranteeing that it'll happen again tomorrow or anytime ever in the future because I don't know. I'm not a psychic. I have no idea. It's a math equation for me, not a prediction. To me, it makes sense. I personally believe that silver will absolutely go up in value. I believe we're going to see $44 an ounce silver again. I believe we're going to see $50 an ounce silver again. I believe we're going to hit a brand new all-time high. But again, I can't guarantee it, and I'm also not a financial advisor, and nothing on this channel in the last 4 years has ever been financial advice. I don't give financial advice. I just think out loud. But point being is that I believe silver has a far easier time getting from $22 an ounce premium excluded to $44 an ounce premium excluded than gold going from where it's at right now to doubling in value. I mean, we've seen gold go up to $2,000. We've seen gold go over $2,000. Do you think it's realistic for gold to go from $2,000 an ounce all the way up to $4,000 an ounce in a short window of time? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I personally do not. I don't think that's realistic. It could happen. In theory, anything could happen. I just don't believe that'll be the case. Silver, on the other hand, if you ask me, do I think that silver could very, very rapidly go from 22 to 44? Yes, I absolutely do. But when will it happen? That's the question. And unfortunately, It's a question that I don't have an answer to. It's a question that no one on the planet has an answer to. No one knows for sure. A lot of it is speculation, and there's a lot that goes into the equation. For example, did you know that there's an entire list of factors that determine the spot price? And did you know that that entire list of factors has a completely separate list of sub-factors as well? See, a lot of people think, oh, the market's going down, why didn't silver go up? Just because the market went down doesn't inherently mean that silver's going to go up. Just because the dollar bill's taken some punishment doesn't mean that it's going to directly drive silver in an upward direction. There's an entire list of factors. You have to add and subtract everything all at the same time just to get to the current spot price. Keep in mind, it's not just the US dollar. A lot of people say, oh, a lot of printing, a lot of inflation, the dollar bill is taking a massive hit right now, taking a lot of punishment. Why isn't silver moving up? Because that's just the US dollar. You know how many other currencies are out there? Some of which are doing better than others? Also, not to mention, the different currencies, or the health and well-being of all the different currencies, that's not even everything that has to do with it. There's silver's industrial use, there's the global silver demand, there's the paper market, there's absolutely everything. It all plays a role, and it all gives us what the spot price is. Premium excluded, of course. Premium included would be stack price, not spot price. So the stack price right now, with the spot price being about $22 and change, I would say stack price is about $26, maybe $27, depending on what you're going after, depending on what you're stacking or what coins, rounds, bars you're looking at. I would say $26, $27 is probably a safe, fair price tag to attach to a troy ounce of silver right now if you're factoring in the premiums. When it comes to gold, you can get your hands on gold for a lower premium. Technically, it's a higher dollar bill price tag premium, but percentage-wise, it's a much lower premium, which is why a lot of people right now are focusing even more of their attention on gold. They're like, yeah, silver's the cheaper metal, but I can get a better bang for my buck on gold because the premium is not so dramatic. So there's pros and cons. A lot of people out there exclusively stack silver for this reason. Some people out there stack gold exclusively for that reason. I stack both for both reasons. I love both metals. I stack both metals. I believe in both metals for completely different reasons. I consider silver to be the opportunity metal. I consider gold to be the powerhouse metal, the ultimate form of wealth preservation. But again, these are just some of my thoughts. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Of course, the first half of the video where I was talking about government shutdowns, debt ceiling, what do you think the result is going to be? Head on down to the comments and let me know. And then, if possible, please leave me a second comment, a whole separate comment. Leave 2 comments. First one about that, second one about the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm posting exclusive VIP-only adventure vlogs. I also do giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Bunch of brand new videos over there. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have a ton of different designs, but for the month of December, up until Christmas, we have the DYDSS Christmas line. T-shirts, hoodies, V-necks, crew necks, and long sleeve tees. A portion of the proceeds are helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, so it's for a good cause, helping children with cancer. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And don't forget to also go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Weeble. The link will also be in the description. For every 3 friends you refer, you get a spin on the Weeble wheel where you can win 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5, 7, or even 10 free shares of Apple worth over $150 right now. And like I said, for every 3 friends you get a spin. If you refer 6 friends, you get 2. If you refer 9 friends, you get 3. More and more and more chances, and you're guaranteed to win at least 1 share of Apple per spin. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Weeble link in the description. You can just sell those shares and get a whole bunch of silver and gold if you want. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again. Please, if you can leave 2 separate comments. Number 1, first comment, what are your thoughts on the government shutdown scenario? And of course, do you think we're going to raise the debt ceiling? Do you think we're going to fail to raise the debt ceiling? Do you think we're going to actually default for the first time in history? And of course, the November inflation report should be coming out within the next couple of days. What do you think that's going to look like? And then of course, 2, in a separate comment, what are your thoughts on the spot price of silver right now? Or what is the spot price of silver right now? As you're viewing the video, has the spot price of silver fallen into the $21 an ounce range? I don't care if it's $21.99. Head on down to the comments and let me know what the current spot price of silver is. Obviously, premium excluded. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace. What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver right now? First and foremost, what is the spot price of silver as you're filming, or as you're, wow, I'm completely lost over here.